Over the past week after Donald Trump was elected president, we have seen the crypto market absolutely explode with projects up 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, even 100% or more. At the time of shooting this video, Bitcoin is teetering around 79,000, about ready to break $80,000. Ethereum is finally making a run, up 28% over the past 7 days. Solana's up 27%. Dogecoin's up 75%. XRP is still struggling to break 60 cents, although it's up 15% over the past day. Cardano is up 73% over the past week. Shiba Inu up 48%. Overall, the majority of altcoins are up drastically. Sui cracked $3 right before I started recording. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys what I believe is going to happen in the markets over the next few months. I got into crypto back in 2016, 2017, and I was able to 10x my portfolio near the end, even though I was late to that bull run. During the 2020 to 2021 bull run, I bought in around October, November before that run up took place. And I held everything until Bitcoin was roughly $57,000. And I saw that a market crash was coming. So I sold nearly everything and just waited patiently for that whole entire year for the bear market bottom to be in. And I went all in with Bitcoin and with altcoins when Bitcoin was at around $16,000. And I have been holding ever since. Now I'm going to share with you guys exactly when I'm going to be selling this bull run. And it's not when you think. In this video, I'm also going to be sharing with you some of the top 10 altcoins around $1 billion or less that I hold in my portfolio that I think still have massive potential to run. Heck, some of these could even do a 50 or 100x. Now, I make no guarantees for you because crypto's risky. You could lose all of your money in these markets. In fact, some of these projects might go to zero. So I'm not a financial advisor. Go consult your financial advisor. These videos are purely for education, informational purposes only. So just because I'm buying something and I'm putting it in my portfolio and transparently sharing that with you does not mean that you should. I always encourage you to do your own research. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why I'm adding these to my portfolio and my plan for the rest of this bull run to be able to not only make the most amount of money possible, but help you and your family and the people that you know make the most amount of money possible. So if that's okay with you, if you're excited for this bull run, comment 777. If you're feeling blessed, if you're feeling bullish, we're backing up a truck, grabbing the bags, packing them and stacking them, leaving no bags left behind. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So it's official, the doors to our crypto education platform are open. You can get started with Altcoin Pro University today through the link in the description below. It's literally only $97 a month, 30-day money back guarantee. There's no risk. You guys can test it out for 30 days if you're not happy. No questions asked. We have put a lot of time and energy into this. We have 100 plus expert curated classes for a full comprehensive library about all the things that you need to know about the crypto market crafted by industry experts. And I'm not going to read through all of this because I want you guys to go and watch this 26-minute video that I made right here. It breaks down everything that you guys need to know about Altcoin Pro University, what you're going to get. So far, we have about 89 members. So our goal together is to set the gold standard for crypto education to be able to help you guys maximize your results while minimizing your downside. Now, we do have an annual option. It's $970 per year. You're going to save $194 per year, basically getting 2 months for free, and you're going to unlock some exclusive bonuses here that you'll see on the page. So check that out. I know you guys are going to love it. In the members area is where our research team is going to be sharing even more altcoin picks with you guys that have massive potential. Some of the picks that our research team has shared for our past students have done like a 50x or 100x. Some of them have even done like 200 or 500x. So you guys don't want to miss out on that information because November is usually the best time where Bitcoin prints massive green candles. If we look back in the past at the last bull run, when Bitcoin finally broke its all-time high and virtually 2x from 20K to 40K really quick, the next correction wasn't really until like March. Back in November of the prior bull run in 2017, you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles until we reached the top. The bull run after that was 3, a correction, then a double top. So we don't know exactly how high Bitcoin will go, but in order to understand what's going to happen with these 10 altcoins, we need to look at Bitcoin to give an idea of the altcoin market because Bitcoin pumped, roughly like 20%, Ethereum pumped 36%, Total 3, which is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, has broken out. So a lot of altcoins on today's list are going to pump a massive amount. Again, I make no guarantees, but we could see 5 to 20x for a lot of these, and some of these may even 50 or 100x. Meme coins will most likely be the hardest runners this bull run, so I do have some meme coins that I'm going to share with you guys in today's video, so you're going to absolutely love this. But this is the last boss to beat for the crypto total market cap. We can see the bull market failure, aka the banana zone right here, that we failed to break through on that rally up, after Bitcoin's ETF was approved, and we've been consolidating for 6 months. So if we look at the 2019 to 2020 retrace rally that took place where Bitcoin tried to break out and then a black swan event hit, that is the last boss. What will the Democrats potentially do before or after Donald Trump gets into office? Kamala Harris came out and gave her speech, and she said,
"Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power."
So will it be a peaceful transfer of power, or will there be some shenanigans that will take place? Nonetheless, what could stop a breakout could be a black swan event, but currently the light just turned from red to green. As you can see, we were green from January to March, and then it turned yellow. The market started slowing down and we started trending sideways / slightly down for Bitcoin. And then we bottomed out right here for this red light on the 5th of August. People were halted. They didn't want to buy in. People were frustrated. It was taking forever to break out. And then the light flashed green with Bitcoin passing its all-time highs. Now, in my opinion, we're about to go into hope, optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria. So the disbelief rally was when Bitcoin went from 15K upwards of 30K. People thought this rally would fail. I remember this vividly. Around $25,000. Everyone was like, Bitcoin's going to come back down and do a double bottom down here. So they doubted the rally. Then we got into hope, where Bitcoin got up to its all-time high. And as you can see in the psychology of a market cycle, to go from hope to optimism, I've said this in so many videos, it takes time. We chop through this range right here. And it's even going to take time to really break into optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria. So even with this market breakout right now, we could potentially see a pullback at some point to backtest the high from the 11th of March. After Bitcoin and altcoins have some fun over the next month, if you have some cash on the sidelines, these projects that I'm going to share with you in today's video, I think are going to drastically outperform Bitcoin, because when Bitcoin finally starts breaking upwards of $80, $90, $100,000, then we're going to see altcoins follow, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. But when Bitcoin's dominance drops, we're going to see multiple back-to-back days and even weeks where projects are up 30%, 40%, 50%. And as long as you just have some skin in the game, virtually everything goes up in a sea of global liquidity increasing. Now, one of the biggest charts to look at and the best charts to understand when an altcoin bull run is going to happen is Ethereum's chart, because Ethereum is the largest altcoin. If we trace up from the high of January of 2018 to where we are today and match it up bar for bar, you guys can see the bear market kick in, we bottom out. We even attempted the same rally that took place in 2019, in June of 2019, peaked out at almost the same time that the peak in April of 2023 peaked out. And so the whole disbelief rally, it just took a lot longer back in 2020 with that black swan event. But as you can see, we're right along schedule, because roughly right now with this massive green candle coming in for Ethereum to push it from like $2,300 to over $3,000, this is right around the same time frame that Ethereum started breaking out all the way back over here after this consolidation period, post-COVID black swan event. So then Ethereum just didn't slow down, and it took roughly 189 days all the way up to $4,500 before Ethereum saw another big correction from $4,500 down to $1,800. So if we look bar for bar, what that could do to Ethereum is by March of 2025 is when the next correction could come in. And then we see a consolidation, then a double top right there. So March, then we got April, May, June. Going into the summer of 2025 is when things could cool down, and then the parabolic blow off top for the end of the bull run. And so we go through these phases. If I delete this right here, where we see quick breakouts that happen like this from the bear market bottom to the peak, and then we go through these long extended consolidation periods. Then we see a quick breakout like this, and then we see a long extended consolidation period like what we've been going through right now. And so over the next few months, going into Inauguration Day on January 20th, I would expect there to be a quick and a rapid breakout period following into a long drawn out consolidation period, and then a final quick parabolic blow off top before we go into the bear market market bottom, similar to what happened back here and what has happened virtually every single bull run. So the best times to be in crypto is right before we go into the quick parabolic breakouts. And I believe that's where we are right now. And this is evident when the entire market starts to break out all at the same time because billions of dollars of liquidity gets injected. This isn't our first rodeo, guys. So one altcoin that is on the verge of a massive breakout in the real world asset sector that BlackRock is extremely bullish on is Ondo. Now, Ondo is currently sitting at 82 cents with a $1.15 billion market cap. Now, when I was prepping this video, it was underneath a $1 billion market cap. So no, the title's not clickbait. The time that it takes me to prep these videos, record them, get them up on the YouTube channel, the market caps move so quick. So that's why you want to join Altcoin Pro University to get real-time altcoin picks before these videos ever come out. But the reason why I'm extremely bullish on Ondo is right now we can see the 24-hour trading volume is $398 million. It's up 233% in terms of volume, whereas the past 24 hours it's only up 11%. And if we go to ondo.foundation, their website, they are the market leader in the tokenization of real-world assets for institutional grade finance. Now, they're supported by a diverse range of institutional and crypto native partners and service providers, some of the biggest in the industry like Morgan Stanley, BlackRock, Polygon, You're in Finance, Injective, Curve, Coinbase. In terms of total value locked, there's 642 million. It's been trending up since January of 2023. So this uptrend is most likely to continue the rest of this bull run. On their Certic audit, they have an 87 out of 100. They rank a AA in the top 10 percentile. The code's 89, operations 89, virtually all around the board very well. Fundamentals is the only thing that's lacking a little bit, but still excellent, 87. In terms of category score, it's an 89. It's virtually excellent. It's listed on Coinbase, it's listed on Bybit, it's listed on OKX, Uniswap as well too. And you guys can see the amount of volume on every single one of these exchanges. So in my opinion, this is the top real world asset project for this bull run. And if we look at the chart for Ondo, it launched back in January of 2024. The launch was super successful and it's just crushed it since. Obviously, we had a pullback with the rest of the market. But if we draw the Fibonacci retracement tool right here, a full extension for this project up to $4.57, you know, it could extend well beyond that. I've shown you guys in previous videos what happened with Solana during the previous bull run. So I think Ondo is just getting started. And I think this project is going to drastically outperform people's expectations. So $1 billion market cap, very small, especially when you look at how big the real world asset space is supposed to be with tokenization set to skyrocket in the upcoming years, making the industry a $30 trillion market by 2034. So conservatively here, no guarantees, but I think Ondo could 10x to a $10 billion market cap. You look at some of these meme coins that got like a $30 billion, $40, $50 billion market cap last bull run. For the real world asset tokenization space, for Ondo to go to a $10 billion market cap, that's thinking very small. Now, the next altcoin on today's list is another real world asset project, and that is Clearpool. It's sitting at 23 cents with a $165 million market cap, so it is a little bit more undervalued than Ondo. The fully diluted valuation is closer to the market cap. The volume over the past 24 hours is $2.6 million. When we look over the past year, it's been in an uptrend. But when we click on the all chart on coinmarketcap.com, we can see the all-time high is $2.40 back in November of 2021 during that bull run. So the fact that Clearpool survived the bear market and it's doing very well so far this bull run, up 700% over the past year, is a good sign. It's still only at a $160 million market cap. A 10x for this project is only $1.6 billion. Now, the reason why it's on today's list is they say they're the blockchain for real world asset yield, where you can lend intelligently, borrow efficiently, the first decentralized credit marketplace with over $641 million loans have been originated through this. The total value locked is $84 million, which is pretty much half of the market cap. That's a great sign. You can see their credit vaults and dynamic pools with Mantle, Ethereum, Optimism. Also, they have their staking pool with Ethereum. They have institutional DeFi through Mantle and Avalanche. They're backed by Sequoia, Arlington Capital, Hashkey Group, Wintermute. You can securely transfer C-Pool between Ethereum and Polygon chains. They've been audited by industry-leading security firms like Hacken and Mixbytes. It's currently listed on Bybit, Kraken, BitGet, KuCoin. We have Uniswap, among other decentralized exchanges. Certic also gave them an 85 out of 100, ranking them in the top 10 percentile. On the category score, they got a 90 out of 100, virtually excellent in the top 10 percentile. Code, operations, market, virtually the same as Ondo, with fundamentals sitting at 67 out of 100. So with their launch of Ocean, the first blockchain for a real world asset yield built on and supported by optimism. They're planning on revolutionizing DeFi by integrating real-world assets in a compliant and user-friendly manner, establishing users to earn native yield on-chain automatically. So this is going to cause a massive influx of liquidity into a project like this, because Cpool will power the OZN ecosystem with a new innovative staking mechanism to reward stakers. So OZN is a permissionless Ethereum layer 2 with an optional compliance layer. Their native gas token USDX is issued by Hex Trust, and it simplifies transactions by eliminating the need for additional Ethereum gas tokens. And Cpool will govern OZN and Clearpool, with Cpool stakers earning reward from L2 sequencer fees, yield from staked USDX treasuries, and earning enhanced yields on OZUSD. So Clearpool is one of the pioneers in the real world asset and lending credit DeFi space, having originated 570 plus millions in loans. And if we look at the chart, it looks great. Ever since the bear market of 2021, where everything got destroyed, we saw lower highs and lower lows in this falling wedge pattern. Now the target on a falling wedge is the top of the wedge. So that's virtually the high of that 2021 bull run at roughly $2.40. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to go there, but just in simple technical analysis, doesn't take rocket scientists to see this. It's 870% away from that peak and about 2,200%, a 22x away from where it wicked at after launch. Now, will it get that high? We don't know, but one thing we can see is that this was a revival pattern in a big disbelief rally that took place right here with the rest of the market, where people thought this rally is going to fail just like the others. We broke out really quick. We've been going through this long consolidation period. So one thing I would want to see for Cpool is a break of this 40-cent high, and for it to hold it as support to continue the uptrend with Bitcoin as Bitcoin breaks above $80,000. I think it's breaking above 80. I think Bitcoin's at like $81,000 right now while I'm recording this video. And so if we can break this and hold this as support while Bitcoin breaks out, I think the next move for Cpool could be absolutely massive to come back up close to where it was during the peak of 2021 before the next consolidation phase takes place. And so if this can happen, the future of Cpool is bright as more money flows into the real world asset sector, because BlackRock is bullish on this sector. So if you guys missed out on Ondo, even though I think Ondo could still run, Ondo is at $1 billion market cap. This is a little bit lower of a market cap project at 160 million that still has massive potential this bull run. For example, if I just measure from where it wicked at after launch to the bear market low, a 4.236 for this project is $28. Now, there's no guarantee that it goes that high, but just to put this in perspective for you, from where we are right now, that's 10,000%. If $30 trillion flows into the real world asset sector and Clearpool can just capture just a fraction of that, I don't see why a $20 or $30 Cpool isn't possible, at least by the next bull run. We'll see what it does this bull run, and we'll revisit this project come March of 2025 and see if this is played out, or if this project fizzles out and just comes back down to make a double bottom down here or something like this before trying to break out again. If that's the case, you understand that this market is risky. There's no guarantees here. That's why we diversify. Now, in order to understand what else to diversify into and what other projects are extremely bullish, if we look on DeFi Llama right here at $100 billion in total value locked, we can see where the whole market is relative to the all-time high. We still have much further to go. So to position ourselves in the top narratives, we need to know what chains are absorbing the most liquidity. And I've been sharing Sui with you guys for a while now, roughly ever since it was at $1. Now, our research team was sharing Sui roughly around 70 or 80 cents. So that's why it pays to get inside of our crypto education platform in our inner circle, so you can see this information first, because as Sui continues to break out, it's going to continue to melt faces this whole entire bull run. The total value locked is $1.2 billion, and it just keeps trending higher and higher and higher. By the end of this bull run, I don't see why Sui shouldn't be at least $10 billion in total value locked, which is about 10x from where it is right now. So what that means is certain projects on Sui's ecosystem are more than likely going to outperform Sui. If Sui does well, and let's say Sui goes to like $10, $20, $30, wherever, we don't know how high it's going to go. One thing we do know is that it's breaking into price discovery right now, which is a great sign that this is going to be one of the leading layer 1 blockchains and tokens for this bull run. So as Sui is breaking $3, I said, watch this, guys. The number one DEX on Sui is Cetus. And I shared this project with you guys when it was roughly around 10, 11 cents all the way down here. And a lot of people saw that inside of our private Telegram group, and they were like, no, the project's high. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to wait for this project to, dip all the way back down here before I buy it. And look at what happened. It rallied all the way up to 23 cents. It saw a big sell-off, and then it got listed on Binance. And look at what happened when it got listed on Binance. I don't know if, because I'm on Dex Screener right now, I don't know if this is real, but $1.36, that's absolutely insane. This massive wick, currently it's sitting at 41 cents. So, nearly a 4X from where I shared it with you guys at. And this project is going to continue to crush it as long as Sui crushes it. And the reason why is because of how a layer 1 performs. When a layer 1 does well, like Ethereum, what happens is liquidity flows into the layer 1 crypto first. So this is when we saw Ethereum breaking out, like I just showed you guys, from September 2020 until May of 2021. Ethereum went from $300 to $4,000. It went up over a 1,200%. So I think something like this is coming for Sui here soon. But a real key to understand is when we look at Uniswap paired to Sui, my bad, I meant Uniswap compared to Ethereum, is look at what happened to Uniswap on that rally up when Ethereum broke out. Uniswap went from $1.80 upwards of 40 something dollars. So if we were to measure what that did for Uniswap, so the layer 1, Ethereum's the layer 1, it did very well. Uniswap did a 2,300% growth. So if you were to accumulate Uniswap during that rally for Ethereum, you would have done like a 20 to a 30X. And so the reason why, for those of you that are new to crypto, is because a layer 1 blockchain is the leading chain, and then liquidity flows onto projects on that chain that are built on it, and specifically through the decentralized exchanges if they have a token. So Uniswap was the largest, and still is, I think it is like one of the largest, if not the largest, decentralized exchange that people are using to swap in and out of tokens. And just because Uniswap had a token, everyone was extremely bullish on it for that bull run. Now, obviously it sold off big time, and now we're going through a second bull run. So I'm not as bullish on Uniswap for this bull run, even though I think Ethereum will do well. I don't think Uniswap is going to perform as big of gains as it did in the past, because this is a second bull run, and this bull run, all eyes are on Sui right now and Solana. I think Solana will still do well, but I think Sui is going to outperform Solana, and specifically, Cetus is already proving that it is the #1 DEX on Sui's chain, and the CETUS token is only at a $200 million market cap. To put this in perspective again for you, look at how large Uniswap's market cap is currently. It's sitting at a $5.4 billion market cap. Now, take into account what happened last bull run. That's not even the peak of what the market cap went to. If we sort just based on all and we click on market cap here, you can see the peak of that 2021 rally was over a $22 billion market cap. Now, does that mean that Cetus is going to go to a $20 or $22 billion market cap? I have absolutely no freaking clue. But what I am showing you guys is how the liquidity flows through these chains and goes into the top decks. Right now, the market cap is at $200 million. To go to a $20 billion market cap is 100x from right here. So it does have the potential, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen. But even if it captures just a fraction of that, and Cetus goes to a few $billion while Sui goes to $5, $10, $15, maybe $20, I think Cetus is going to be one of the top performers in anyone's portfolio. Now, is that going to happen overnight? No, even though with the Binance listing, we saw this project skyrocket, I do think we'll see some consolidation on the way up. So I just encourage you to keep this one on your watch list. Now let's take a little pivot here into the degen space, which is the meme coin space, because of what's happening with Dogecoin. I called this a few days ago, and it's playing out to the T. Raul Paul also posted this saying, we are very close to being in the last chance to ad zone in crypto. The next step should be the memes breaking out, and after that there is nothing to do but wait to take lifestyle chips off the table. Here is Dogecoin leading the breakout. So Dogecoin is a proxy on the whole entire meme coin market, and also the altcoin market, because of how Ethereum is lagged behind thus far. So there's two chains that we're going to talk about for meme coins. That is Sui's chain, but there's also the base chain. Now the base chain is Coinbase's chain, and it's sitting at a $2.9 billion in terms of total value lock. So it's breaking out just like Sui is. So I think the base chain and the Sui chain, those are my two most bullish chains for this bull run. And if we scroll down here on DeFi Llama, we can see the #1 protocol by ranking is Aerodrome Finance, even above Uniswap. In terms of total value locked, there's $1.3 billion on this. The fees in the past 24 hours is over 430,000, and this project is right at that threshold at $900 million. So just right underneath $1 billion market cap. Now, when we look at the chart right here, we'll go on TradingView, but currently on CoinMarketCap, we can see this rounded bottom formation right now as it comes all the way back up to $1.50. The all-time high for Aerodrome was roughly $2.30. Now, this is its first bull run, and the base chain doesn't currently have a token right now due to regulation in the United States. So similar to how like CETUS is the top decentralized exchange token on Sui, Aerodrome Finance would be like that token to Base because Base just doesn't have that token. And Aerodrome is the central trading and liquidity marketplace on Base, designed to serve Base's central liquidity hub, combining a powerful liquidity incentive engine, vote lock governance model, and friendly user experience. They have 100% of protocol incentives and fees go to voters, stable and volatile trading for low fees, liquid lock positions in the form of NFTs, anti-dilution rebases for voters, self-optimizing liquidity flywheel, permissionless pools, gauges, and incentives. They have 1.47 billion in total value locked, 18 billion in monthly trading, 25 million monthly fees, over 220,000 monthly users. So this is like the Uniswap to Ethereum or the CETUS to Sui. That's what Aerodrome Finance is to the Base chain. So if you guys believe that Coinbase is going to absolutely pump the crap out of the Base chain for this entire bull run, then that just means more liquidity is going to flow into Aerodrome. And as you can see on the chart, it's breaking out right now in terms of total value locked into a new all-time high. So I think the price is going to follow shortly behind that. And as you can see right here, it's just barely breaking above. It's trying to hold the high of 14th of October. So we need to hold this resistance as support at like $1.50 roughly, and the all-time high for this project is about 56% away. But don't let that fool you, because if we draw the Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high to the corrective low to do a full extension for Aerodrome, that's all the way upwards of $8.60. So to measure from the price of where we're at right now, that's like 400%. Now, you don't want to look at technical analysis like just Fibonacci retracements from a high to a corrective low, because you want to look at the overall macro market of how much liquidity could flow into a chain based on the problem that it's solving. So for example, Coinbase's goal is to onboard about 1 billion users. Now, currently Coinbase is at like maybe 10 to 20 million. And so on their website, coinbase.com, they're saying evolving wallets to bring 1 billion users on chain. They're developing a suite of wallet solutions that makes it easy for developers to create simplified onboarding experiences for new on-chain users. So this is the word on-chain summer that they were using all summer, because they want to help average everyday people get on chain because of how complicated crypto is. I know thus far, if you guys are brand new and you're listening to a lot of stuff that I've read, you're like, this is over my head. I don't understand what the heck he just said. I don't even understand a lot of it, but that's fine. You don't need to understand everything to make money in the markets. You just need to know how much money is going to flow on chain and which projects it's going to flow into. And that's why I'm making these videos for you. Because one of the biggest barriers to growing on-chain adoption, to bring in new people like the boomers that were late to get iPhones, that, you know, they call them phones that they have dumb phones. They're like, I don't know how to use a smartphone. I'm not very smart. You know, they don't know how to set up technology. The boomers, as we call them, struggle with the core parts of getting started with crypto applications, seed phrases, transaction signing, gas fees. Like, what's a gas fee? I pay enough gas fees as it is through inflation at the local pump. A gas fee in crypto? Like, where's the gas that I get? You know, where's the car that I get? Everyone knows that it needs to be much simpler. So to support developers, what they're doing is they're creating their smart wallets in addition to the Coinbase Wallet SDK that enables instant wallet creation within a decentralized app using just a passkey. No app downloads, extensions, or seed phrases required. So if they have like 10 to 20 million users and their goal is to bring on 1 billion users, well, let's say the average user has like $20 that they're bringing on chain to put in to their favorite NFTs or cryptocurrencies that were mentioned or that were talked about on the news or on the media or on their social media platform. What would they buy? Well, they're going to buy meme coins, and that's going to be facilitated through Aerodrome as well too. So Aerodrome, definitely look into this. Keep this on your radar, guys. I think this project is going to do very, very well this bull run, and I could see this at a 10 billion, 20, 30, 40, or even $50 billion market cap. So yes, I do think this has 20x to 50x potential still. Now, when money starts flowing on chain into Coinbase's smart wallet app and people start buying things, well, what do they buy? Okay, so we talked about the top DEX on these chains where you have like Uniswap on Ethereum. We had PancakeSwap on the Binance Smart Chain. We now have Cetus on Sui. We have like Radium and Jupiter on Solana if you're bullish on Solana. We got Aerodrome for the Coinbase network. Well, where do they also put monies once they go into these DEXs? They buy the #1 meme coin on chain. So the mascot of the base chain is Brett. Now, Brett is one of the Boys Club members, and this project is at a perfect position right now. It's sitting at about 10 cents. It's at right around $1 billion market cap. It was at like 900 million when I started this video. And as you can see, this chart has been consolidating since the corrective high of roughly, 19-20 cents. So it's 2x away from the all-time high, and this was June of 2024. So because we've been consolidating for so long, I think this project is on the verge of a massive breakout here soon. As you can see right here on Dex Screener, Brett has been getting rejected multiple times from this descending resistance since the corrective high of June when it got up to 20 cents. We're at it right now. And so if we can break this descending resistance and we hold it as support, this is basically a launch pad for the next move up to go back to the all-time high. Now, if we can't do that, which honestly, I think with how Bitcoin's moving going into, inauguration day by January of 2025. So we have all of November, all of December, almost all of January. We have about 3 months of just bullish price action with Trump promising to make America the Bitcoin capital of the world. So that's why Bitcoin is breaking upwards of $80,000, guys. So this is the max bullish play. If you're bullish on like Bitcoin and crypto in general, it's the top meme coins on these chains. And so Brett is right at that $1 billion threshold in terms of market cap. And this is the Coinbase mascot. So Coinbase knows, they're very, very smart, that in order to bring more users on chain, they need a very successful meme coin. Brett is that meme coin. And I've shown you guys in so many videos what Shiba Inu did last cycle, going upwards of a $40 billion market cap. Dogecoin went upwards of an $80 billion market cap. So even if Brett does just 1/4, that's 25% of what Shiba Inu does, that would put it at a $10 billion market cap. That's a 10x from right here. I don't know where else you can make those type of gains. And I know it's a meme coin. I know traditional investors are like, I just want to buy utility projects. Listen, that's fine. I completely understand you. I hold a lot of utility driven projects that I think are going to be here for decades to come. But I also realize, and I know you're very intelligent and you've seen what's happened in the meme coin market. I have a position in my portfolio in meme coins that I think are going to outperform everything else. And I think Brett is going to be one of those projects. So if we see a break and a close and a hold above this descending resistance, even if we come back down and let's say we trend at it in December or something like this, the next move for Brett, I think is going to be to the all-time high or even past the all-time high. And we're just going to see massive back-to-back green candles for this project as it surges upwards of $2 billion, $3 billion, $4 billion, $5 billion. Again, no guarantees, but this is my third bull run. I've seen this happen with so many projects, and this one checks all the right boxes. So we just need to clear the resistance at 11 to 12 cents. You can see it was support back here right before the complacency stage bounce during that correction in July. We see this ascending support right here. So once it clears that, the next move is going to be massive. And we can see that the next major levels to watch for is like 0.153, so a little over 15 cents. The next level right here is at 0.172 at that complacency stage bounce. And then the last stop is roughly 19, almost 20 cents for the all-time high. Now, this is where I would expect some resistance for Brett, or it just breaks right on through these and breaches into price discovery, then comes back down with the rest of the market. We'll see what happens. But one thing I've noticed is on the base chain, there's a few projects that are following Brett's chart that have lower market cap. For example, one of them is Andy on base. Now, the Boys Club, if you guys look into Matt Fury, there's 4 characters. There's Pepe. Pepe ran upwards of a $5 billion market cap. There's Brett. Brett's currently at a $1 billion market cap. There's Andy, which is currently at a $12 million market cap on base. Now there's multiple Andys. I think the one on Ethereum is at like 100 million or almost 200 million. And so I just think that this project is going to do well because of tracing it up with Brett's chart. For example, if I go to Brett's chart right here, you guys can go on Dex Screener. You'll see there's multiple Bretts. It's the one right here that's on Aerodrome. You can see like on Uniswap, you can see the one with the little Aerodrome logo right here with 1.7 million in liquidity. This is the one that you want to click right here to get the correct chart on Deck Screener. And then on the left-hand side of the screen, I can click the forecasting and measurement tool, and I can click the bars pattern. And if I click the bars pattern and I just click anywhere on the chart once, and I click to where we're at right now, it traces up the chart. So I can do Command C to copy it. And then I go back to search, I type in Andy, and you'll see the Andy on Ethereum with 195 million. You'll see an Andy on Blast with 4 million, an Andy on Binance Smart Chain with 600,000, an Andy on another Andy on like Blast right here for 4 million, and then the Andy on Base Chain. This is the correct one that we're looking at $12 million market cap. Now I go back here and I do Command V, and I put the chart to where we are right now, and you can see that they topped out virtually at the exact same time back here, like in April, and then even in June of 2024 before that sell-off took place. And even with the breakout that happened in September for Brett, a breakout for Andy took place. The breakout that's happening right now with the market, there's a breakout happening for Andy. So these are moving very synergistic, like synchronized swimmers. So I don't know how far Andy will go because the market cap of this project is so ridiculously small that anything's possible. This is very, very high risk. I hope you guys understand that, right? It's a $12 million market cap. So we can see crazy price fluctuations. You know, I was sharing this project with you guys when this project was all the $1 million market cap, and this thing went all the way up to $40 million. It did a 40x this early in the bull run, and look at how much it sold off during this first sell-off phase of 88%. This happens to virtually every single project. Go back to Pepe's chart in the early stages, and that's exactly what happened to Pepe. And then it took like 200 or even took, I think, 300 days or 200 days or something like that to pass its all-time high. So if I were to measure 200 days, that's December of 2024. So if this project gets close to its all-time high by December of 2024, then I would say just get ready for a massive explosion, because look at Pepe's chart back in May of 2023. This is the Pepe that has a $5 billion with a B, $billion market cap. Look how many days it took. 300 days. And so even if it took another 100 days for Andy to do something like this, look at what happened after this, guys. We saw a sell-off, right? The first launch, we saw a sell-off 80+%, just like Andy's chart. We see this breakout revival pattern, consolidation. Another bottom, which is a double bottom. If I draw this trend line right here from the low of October of 2023, we can see that it just struggles to break resistance, gets rejected from it. That's where it forms the double bottom. Then it just breaks through, and all of a sudden, like, billions of dollars flow into this project. And look at what happened. It just dwarfed the previous high. Like if I were to draw the Fibonacci retracement tool from the high to the low, it did a 4.236 extension almost to the T before this pullback. So if we go to Andy and we draw the Fibonacci retracement tool from the high to the low, this chart is like almost identical to Pepe in the early stages. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go to $5 billion, obviously, but just from where we are right now, to do a 4.236, that's about a 12x for this project. And to do a 10x, that's only going to $120 million market cap. If this project goes to $1 billion market cap, or 1.2 billion, I believe that's 100x. That would be right where Brett is. So if Brett gets to, let's say, like a 20 billion, 30 billion, maybe up to a $50 billion on the bullish case scenario. Well, for Andy to go to like 500 million or $1 billion market cap, I don't think is unreasonable, considering you just saw what I showed you when I traced up the charts where Andy moves with Brett. Especially when there's more liquidity on chain, we're going to see a lot of these lower cap projects that follow along Brett do very, very well. Now, one project that is even higher risk than Andy, so tread with caution here, is Landwolf on Base. It's the 4th Boys Club member in Matt Ferry's comic book creation. Now, there's a lot of other Boys Club members, but these are the main 4. These are like the entourage in that show that you guys have seen of like the 4-star characters in the Fantastic Four. So this is Landwolf on Base. There's other Landwolfs as well too, but this one is sitting at a $1 million market cap. A 10x for this one is $10 million. Look at the chart. It's down virtually at the bottom. This one rallied up massive with Brett, with Andy, and it saw a sell-off, and now it's seeing a little bit of a resurgence. Sure, Brett is moving first, but once people get their gains out of Brett, then they're going to be looking a little bit further down the list. So we're still too early to know for this project. You know, I think it might take until like the middle of 2025 after the next correction. So like we might see something like this. Like let's say, for example, the entire altcoin market starts breaking out. This project starts breaking out with Andy. We might see it do something like this, but not quite past its all-time high. Come back down during that next consolidation phase, do something like this, and then see something like what happened with Pepe on the chart where I showed you guys, where all of a sudden a massive amount of liquidity gets injected into this during the final stage of the bull run. So I'm sharing with you some of these projects super early so you can just keep them on your watch list. Again, don't just go and FOMO in, do your own research, look into the boys club, watch Matt Fury's thing on Brett's Twitter, go check that out. All you need to do is go to coinmarketcap.com, type in the name Brett. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see the socials right here. Click on the Twitter icon. Don't just go and type in the name because you're probably going to run across some scam account or some fake account that's pretending to be the real one. Like we have hundreds of fake accounts impersonating us. Our real Twitter account is BULLRUNNERS HQ. Watch out for the ones that even say BULLRUNNER HQ. That's not ours. Our only one is BULLRUNNERS HQ. But look at Base Brett, and you can see the first video right here posted on March 27th, 1.9 million views, is from Matt Fury's Boys Club comic book creation, where you see Pepe, you see Brett, you see Andy, and you see Landwolf. Now I get it, it's completely stupid. It's kind of like the South Park creations or Adult Swim type stuff, but you can make a lot of money, and that's why you're here. Now, speaking of a lot of money, if you guys want to accumulate more crypto before this bull run is over, we have an opportunity to help you get money back in your pocket if you're a business owner through a lawsuit that Visa and MasterCard just lost. For example, in our back office right here, we've helped roughly 277 businesses that have processed $198 million get qualified to receive back up to $3.4 million from Visa and MasterCard. So this is absolutely incredible. Listen to this.
Hey bull runners, this is super time sensitive, especially if you're looking to stack more crypto before the bull run is over. Did you know that Visa and MasterCard lost a $5.5 billion class action lawsuit for imposing unfair fees on merchants and business owners? So if you own a business, or if you know any business owners that process payments with Visa or MasterCard between 2004 and 2019, that's 15 years, you could actually be owed a refund of 1 to 1.5% of your total revenue from that period. That's a lot of money. For example, this business that generated 1.6 million in credit card revenue during those years is getting back $28,000. This business that generated over 7 million is getting back $93,000. And this business that generated over $20 million during those years is getting back over $320,000. That's money they didn't even know was on the table. And all they did was fill out a form through the link below this video. It literally takes less than a minute to see if you qualify, but you don't want to wait too long because the deadline to file is February 4th, 2025. So the sooner that you fill out the form below, the sooner that you can reclaim what's rightfully yours. Plus, if you don't have a business, you can actually earn 3% by referring businesses that do qualify by creating your affiliate account through the link below. So this is a no-brainer way to get money back in your pocket to use for your business, or if you want to use it for crypto or other assets to invest in, you can do that. So click the link below. Let's get you paid.
Now, if we go back to Sui's chain, there is a big narrative on chain when we're talking about meme coins that a lot of people are bullish on, and that is the founder and the co-founders' dogs. For example, I showed you guys Myro on Solana's chain that rallied upwards of a $400 million market cap from virtually nothing. Well, on Sui's chain, Uni, UNI, is the dog on Sui's chain. It's at a $15.9 million market cap. I was sharing this with you guys, and again, not telling you to buy this. I'm just showing you what I see based on narratives and trends. I was sharing this with you guys all right around right here. It was attempting to break out, and obviously, like, you know, a lot of people see a project like this and they see it at like a $5 million market cap or something, and then it sells off and it drops another 30%. They're like, this project's doing nothing, I'm out. So they dip, they sell, it drops 50%. You know, let's say you threw in, here's an example, like you threw in $1,000 or $100 or $10,000, like right here, thinking that it's going to break out, and then it sells off all the way back down here. Then you're like, I'm out. And now you sell this project out right here at a 50% loss. Then all of a sudden something like this happens, and this thing just catapulted over 400%. That's over a 4x in literally a day. Now, I had nothing to do with this because I'm not telling you guys to buy anything. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing happen. And because Sui is at $3 right now, and like $1 billion or so has come into Sui, what's $16 million to $1 billion? That's nothing. So for this project to 2x, that's only like a $30 million market cap, and it's the dog of the co-founder. And so I think this one could absolutely fly this bull run. Now, obviously, it's a little overheated right now. Maybe we see a big sell off like this for it to drop like 50%, maybe 70%. We don't know. And then it consolidates at this level. It forms a base before breaking out into the next move going into like December or January. We don't know what the charts will look like, right? I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just here to bring you the news and the facts. So the fact that this project just surged rapidly with Sui tells me that if Sui continues to perform well, people are going to be looking for the top meme coins, and Uni is one of those meme coins on Sui's chain that is drastically undervalued compared to a lot of the other large cap ones that are upwards of $100 million. So if we go to the website, it's the dog of the Sui's co-founder, Evan Chang. Right away, they're showing you how to buy, which is very simple. That's what, as a project, you should be doing, because in order for your project to be successful, people have to buy it. It's available on Dex Tools, Dex Screener, Birdeye, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Cetus, and Hop. You can check out their Telegram, their Twitter, their email, the tokenomics, all of the good stuff right here. Very, very simple website, right? It's a meme coin website, so it doesn't need to be all about utility. It's literally based on the co-founder's dog. So going to their Twitter right here, they got 5,000 followers, and this is all that they need right here. First pup of Sui is the picture of the dog, Uni. And now we see the wave happening all over Twitter. We see Your Pop posting about it. Now we see Penny Bags posting about it. Now we see DeFi Aussie posting about it. Overdose posting about it. And so they're reposting it. They're active on Twitter. So all these calls are happening right here. Like all these people, I don't know who half these people are, you know, bunch of degenerates, it looks like, just like me and you. We don't know, but 86,000 followers. And so 25,000 followers right here. They just posted this 6 hours ago saying strap in. Well, we're strapped in. We've backed up our truck and we're ready for the frickin' moon here. I love this pup. I just want to pick it up and give it a good old rub. Now, another pup that we want to give a good old rub because it's a good boy is Suinami, but Suinami's lagging behind a little bit. It's sitting at a $1.3 million market cap. But if we look at the chart right here, nothing's out of the ordinary. This is just a stereotypical psychology of a market cycle where we see the euphoria stage up here. We see anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger, and then ultimately depression all the way down here. So we just broke this descending resistance, and I would assume that we just consolidate here for a little bit until the markets, if the markets keep going crazy, then I would be shocked if this one doesn't do something like this and break out. You guys saw what happened with Uni. You know, Suinami is one of the top projects that I can see right here in terms of the amount of holders for meme coins on chain, in terms of the amount of volume. It's a little lacking right now, right? You can see Uni's volume has picked up. We can see like Axel, Blub, Suiman, Fud the Pug as well too. We can see Sammy is, maybe I'll check out Sammy after this video. We'll look into that one. But we can see Nami down here. It was listed about a month ago. And so this is the stereotypical sell-off that happens right after a launch. When a project launches, if the chain's doing well and it's hot in that moment, most of the projects do well. And then the big sell-off happens as Sui was consolidating for a bit, right at like that $2 and like $1.70 for a little while. So these meme coins bled out big time. Now that Sui is rallying up, I would expect money to start trickling down into these projects. And so when we look at it, the branding is clean. It's really simple. The chart right here is finding a bottom. If this isn't the bottom right here and we see it bleed out a little bit more and form a double bottom like this and kind of flat line, then we would watch this neckline right here as resistance that it just struggled to break above to see if it can pass that. Because if we see the project, you know, trend down, form a double bottom right here, bounce off of it and come back up to the resistance. If it flips it, holds it as support, then we could see a massive parabolic move come in at some point, similar to what I just showed you guys for Pepe and what I just showed you for Uni. Now, again, no guarantees. I mean, it's at a $1.3 million market cap. So to 10x, that's 13 million. To do a 100x, that's $130 million market cap. Now, I don't know if it'll go that high because they're going to need more exchanges and they're going to need a lot more people behind this project to help them out. So we can look at their Twitter. We see they have 3,222 followers. They're followed by Kyle Chassis. So he's probably watching them too. I don't know if he holds any of this project right here. I haven't really seen him post anything about it. I have, however, seen Kyle post about Andy, and he's extremely bullish on Andy on base. And we can see Taijin Crypto just posted saying Sui memes are the best performers of the Sui ecosystem. Uni, 170%, Suiman, 150%, Nami at 95%. I also shared Suiman with you guys, and that one did like an 11x after I shared it with you. So That's why you want to hit the subscribe button, because we're going to be sharing with you what's happening all bull run. And that's why you also want to get started with Altcoin Pro University, because we are setting the gold standard for crypto education. Now, if you're a creator, you're watching this video, feel free to reach out. We love to collaborate with you on the back end to provide even better education for our community. We got some massive stuff in the works. You know, I usually do a video every single day. I haven't really been able to do that recently for you guys because of how much I've been working on the back end with our research team to put everything together for you. So worst case scenario, you check it out, you click the link below, it's not for you, you test it out for 30 days, you ask for your money back, that's completely fine. Best case scenario is what we teach actually works. You find some real-time altcoin picks inside of our community that go out there and do a 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x. Again, no guarantees, right? But let's just say it happens as the best case scenario. What would that be worth to you? Well, to me, that would be worth tens of thousands of dollars, because that's how much money I had to spend over the years in lots of different projects that have rug pulled, have shut down, and masterminds and courses and people's products to put together the best of the best, so that way you can get massive results. Now let's take a little bit of a pivot here out of the degen meme coin space, and let's talk about some utility projects that are undervalued, you know, alongside XRP, that have been suppressed for a while, that I still think could do very, very well this bull run. One of which is XDC. Now XDC, if you guys look at where it's at right now, this project has been suppressed like XRP, like XLM this bull run, and a few others. Now last bull run, what happened here was it rallied from 0.00056 upwards of about 20 cents. It rallied over 33,700%. Now, will it do that this cycle? Not necessarily, because that's like saying XRP is going to do what it did in 2017. But one thing we can look at here is we can look at the relative strength index, and we can see what's happening on the charts right now. We saw during the bear market of 2018, when XDC was bottoming out all the way down here, the relative strength index was below 50 on the weekly chart, and then it had this first pump up to put the RSI at about 70, and then it consolidated for a bit, saw another dip for a double bottom, and then inevitably broke this resistance right here on the next move up. And so then the RSI spiked all the way up here above 84. Now, anytime that the RSI is above 84, generally it's overvalued on like the weekly, and so we see these little like pullbacks that take place. The RSI pulls back and then it rallies up again, and then we see this bearish divergence where we see a lower high in the indicator, whereas we see a higher high in the price chart. So then another pullback takes place, consolidation. The relative strength index pulls all the way back down here, and then we see a final parabolic blow off top for the high. So it's a roller coaster, but generally speaking, on the macro, what we want to look for during a bull market for a project to be performing well is for the relative strength index to stay above 50 for most of the bull run. Now, what's been happening recently with XDC is it only went above 50 during that rally up right here. Similar, if I were to like erase all the chicken scratch drawings on the chart, similar to what happened right here for the rally, the first initial rally that led XDC up here before having a double bottom. So if we look on the right hand side of the screen, you can see the rally that brought XDC up here. Right now what's happening is a double bottom with this ascending support right here. It's virtually right at it at about 3 cents right now. So similar to what happened here on the chart is very similar to what happened right here on the chart, where the relative strength index went upwards of 82, and we see this falling wedge on the RSI, somewhat more similar of the falling wedge that happened during this last bear market, but then we see a breakout take place. Now the relative strength index is at 47, so it's still below 50. You know, we could see something like this take place where it tries to breach above 50 and then inevitably comes back down a little bit. That would be like it pushing up to this descending resistance, you know, consolidating at it right here at roughly 4 cents, something like this, if we struggle to break the resistance. But what I think is going to happen to this project is when XRP and XLM starts moving, I think this project is going to wake up, and I think we're going to see the relative strength index do something like this, and we're going to see some type of massive breakout happen in 2025, similar to what we saw right here and similar to what we saw right here. Now, how high will that push XDC? I don't know, but if we draw the Fibonacci retracement tool from the high to the low, a full extension is 81 cents. If we were to measure from where we're at right now to go to 81 cents, that's a 2,700%. So that's a 27x to do that. Now, Obviously, we don't know how high it'll go. We just know the best time to buy and the best time to sell. When is the best time to buy something? Well, on a macro indicator, when we're oversold or relative to that, right? You're not going to buy the exact bottom because right now you can see the relative strength index is at 47. It would have been a better entry to buy at 0.023, but you don't need to buy the exact bottom to make a lot of money. For those of you waiting for it to go back to the bottom in the low, it might never do that. It might just start breaking out, consolidate for a bit, break out again, consolidate for a bit, similar to what happened last bull run as we march up with Bitcoin. You might never see a big pullback. So we need to look relative to where we've been in the past and how undervalued we are. If I draw out everything or I erase everything and I see where we are compared to the bear market bottom, we're virtually at the low levels that we were at right through 2022 is where we're at right now. And so with regulation coming into play, with major updates to the ISO standard happening this month, and then implementation of all that within the banking system throughout 2025, well, look at this chart right here. I mean, this is not exciting because it's obviously not doing what Sui's doing and breaking out into new all-time highs, but where do you make money in the markets, guys? Buying high when something's breaking out, or buying low and just waiting, sitting back, relaxing, and being okay with it taking, 6 months to a year to do something big. So this project's sitting at $449 million market cap. To the untrained eye, it looks dead right now, but this is the depression stage of the psychology of a market cycle. XTC Network is an enterprise-grade open source blockchain protocol and EVM compatible chain with smart contract capabilities, being suited to revolutionize, decentralize, and liquefy the trade finance industry. So TradeFi through the tokenization of real-world assets and financial instruments. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what ISO 20022 is, it's an international standard for financial messaging that provides a common language and structure for the exchange of electronic data between financial institutions and international payment systems like Swift. So Swift is the preeminent, payment messaging system for, hold on, I got to get rid of this no thanks here right here. But the preeminent messaging system for global banking for wire transfers. So the goal of ISO is to replace the multitude of different messaging formats and protocols used by various banks, financial systems with one unified and standardized approach. And so by 2025, financial institutions will be able to streamline their operations, reduce complexity, and improve the accuracy and reliability of data exchange through this new messaging standard. Now, not to be focused on the complexities of what it is or how it works, but there's a list of ISO 222 compliant cryptocurrencies this year. Obviously, XRP is one of them. Cardano, which is breaking out. We got Quant, Algorand, Stellar's XLM, HBAR, IOTA, and we have XDC on the list. So XDC uses XFin's hybrid blockchain protocol and focuses on sector like finance, supply chain, healthcare, trade finance, and now real world assets. It can handle up to 2,000 transactions per second. It's designed to be compliant with regulatory requirements. And when asked ChatGPT, what about a bridge between Project mBridge and the XDC network, it said, yes, there is a notable connection between mBridge and XDC network. mBridge is a collaborative project initiated by the Bank for International Settlements Hub, BIS, which is the bank for central banks that tells all the central banks what to do, involving central banks like China's People Bank of China, Hong Kong, Thailand, United Arab Emirates. mBridge is focused on exploring the use of central banking digital currencies for cross-border payments, and XDC's network plays a significant role in the mBridge project, particularly in facilitating cross-border payments and trade finance solutions. So you got the X's, you got XRP, you even have X.com and X payments that Elon Musk is going to be doing here soon. And so you got XRP, you got XLM, you got XDC. I think this project is drastically undervalued. You look at XRP at a $30 billion market cap. This is $500 million market cap, guys. So for all we know, this could outperform XRP or XLM. We just don't know, but we can see that it is relatively low compared to where it's been in the past for the last bull run or the last bear market. Now, another project that is drastically undervalued right now, and that is Algorand. Algorand is sitting at 14 cents right now. It rallied up to 30 cents and it pulled back for a double bottom right here. And so this bottom is forming a higher low, and it broke out of this, falling wedge right here. We can just see lower highs and we can see lower lows as well too, coiled up in this wedge. And so usually what happens, like I said, in a falling wedge is we see a breakout, right? We see an initiation of it, and then we see a sell-off and we see a low form, and the low is usually higher than the previous low, which is the bear market bottom low, but it basically builds a base, which is the launch pad to move off of for another move. And if we were to move back up to the high of this falling wedge, which was the previous high of the last bull run, that's 1,800%, almost a 20x from that high. So what I think will happen here, again, I could be completely wrong. A lot of people say that these are dead projects. They're not going to do anything. Again, they're not like the biggest position of my portfolio because I think other projects are going to move first, which would strengthen my thesis of these projects moving later in the bull run. So we're going to revisit these after March of 2025, and we're going to see where we're at right now. But I want to share these projects with you guys right now because even if it takes another 6 months or a year or another bull run for these projects right here, we can revisit this video right here from where we're at right now at 14 cents, because I do not think when we zoom out on the macro that Algorand is going to stay down here forever. If I were to measure from the high to the low, a full extension is like $13 for this project. And so to measure from where we are right now, just to go back to the all-time high is nearly 20x. To do a full extension, it's over 9,000%, 90x. So I do think this project has that 50 to 100x potential. Now it is sitting a little bit higher than the others at a $1.2 billion market cap. However, we've seen about $100 million in volume come in over the past 24 hours. It's listed on Binance, it's listed on Coinbase, it's listed on all of the top exchanges. And so I think a lot of people have just forgot about this project and they forgot about what's coming to this industry with regulation. So we can see it just barely breaking out right now. A lot of people don't have this on their radar, but I want to encourage you guys to do your own research. Definitely look into the ISO 222 compliant projects, and you'll see that they're not dead. They've been building behind the scenes, developing more liquidity than 99%, not liquidity, but utility than 99% of the projects that are absorbing the liquidity right now. So these are going to be the laggards and the performers later in the bull run cycle. So people can have their fun right now with the meme coins, with the AI projects, with the gaming projects that are going to surge, that are going to be hot, but don't get so caught up that you're holding those through the entire next bear market, round tripping your bags when those projects go away. You want to be rotating your money into projects that are going to be around for the long term, and projects that have withstood multiple bull run and bear market cycles, even if they're undervalued right now, are most likely going to be around for the long term. Now, if you want to know when I'm selling at the end of this bull run and what I plan on doing with my income when I do sell, I'm not just going to be keeping it in crypto, obviously, because we're most likely going to see a nasty like 50% to 100% correction, right? When we get to the top, everyone's going to be drunk on the euphoria stage of the market, just like they've been every single bull run. They're like, no, we're just going to keep going up. This time it's different. We have institutional adoption. We got Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live pitching Dogecoin. We got Ellen DeGeneres, Mark Cuban hopping on there. That was at the top, guys. They were pitching all of this stuff. And so that's the best time to exit. And your emotions are going to be so intense and hyped up and like drooling over the profits off your portfolio that you're not going to want to sell. And that's the best time to get out. Now, where do you put your money? Well, we're going to be sharing that with you guys inside of Altcoin Pro University. So right now, at the time of making this video, there's 1 hour and 3 minutes left until the doors are open to the general public. So if you click the link in the description below, most likely it'll take you to this page right here where you'll see this 26-minute video. Go ahead and check that out right now through the link below. We got 91 members. It's $97 a month or $970 a year. If you guys want to save some money, unlock some exclusive bonuses for the first 1,000 founding members. I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside, where you'll get access to the classroom of all of these amazing courses, these training videos, live weekly calls with our research team, real-time altcoin picks, everything that you need to maximize your results in the crypto market, like I said, while minimizing your downside. So we have lots more stuff to come in the future. I'm excited for you guys as we back up our truck all the way to the bank, grab the bags, pack them and stack them, leave no bags left behind, because we believe that the spending power of the dollar is just going to keep going down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies have been going up in value. That's the truth. And together, we're all going camping on the beaches of the moon. I'll see you guys in the next video. I will see you through the links in the description below. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.